Hi everyone, my name's Mike. Welcome to the video. Today's video is a bit different. We're not doing a bike review. A couple of weekends ago we went to the Prescott Hill Climb. This is situated fairly close to Cheltenham, but it's been going for I don't know, since about 1926, probably about nearly 100 years old, and it's owned by the Bugatti Owners Club. But this was a bike specific event, and it was really interesting. Lots of bikes, lots of really interesting stuff, from real classics right through to, there's even a guy who took a motorized wheelbarrow up there. So plenty of really interesting stuff to look at. So I've just kind of done a bit of a video of the day. Tried to match up looking at the bikes in the pits and then watching them do their run up the hill. So it might be a little bit bitty, but at the core of it, Dave and Stu took their bikes and they did a run up the hill. So in the middle of the video, I'll kind of get them to tell their story of how they found it. But it's something, really great day. We're all going to have a go at it next year, because it's not timed, it's not, you know, it's not deadly serious, and it's just something I'd certainly like to have a go at. So I think the whole Lemon Drizzle gang are going to get their bikes and chuck them up the hill and see what happens. So yeah, lovely day. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe. As I keep saying, it really does make a difference to us and be able to make these videos. And with that, I'll stop waffling on, as I have a want to do, and with that, on with the show. These are the pilots.
Give it some.
What are you taking up the hill, Dave?
I'm taking up my 68 Monaco, which is my slowest bike. So
And
don't expect anything.
Stu, what are you taking up?
Suzuki have kindly lent me a GSX 8S that I'm running in at the moment, so I'm taking that up.
Cool test.
However, the first run I'm doing, I've turned the ABS off, I've turned the traction control, I've turned the quick shifter off, and then I'll do the second run with it all on and see if it makes a difference.
See if it makes a difference. Nice one.
Jason on his triumph by the wheel, and that is what's it, 36 alright, he was 45, Morning David, how are you today? Nice old course, flat factor. Have you had your way out on the track? No. Yeah. Well, maybe one of these days, have to build it.
There he is. Come on, Stu. Get your knee down, son. And here comes Dave. Sounds well.
Missing a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. So the intrepid riders are back from riding up the hill.
First run.
The first
On the
one.
hill.
So you seem to take off like a electric,
Jackrabbit.
like a startled whatever. Your bike was just went. Whoosh.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, I think one of the comments I made to myself is that there's quite a nice rorty sound down there when you sort of
Yeah.
got the wide throttle opening. It's just stifled by it must have a big cat on it and the
Yeah.
exhaust. So it probably sound nice with a decent exhaust. So it probably doesn't look fast, it doesn't seem fast because it just goes whoosh.
But it was like no drama. It just took off.
Yeah, so
Quick.
what happened this morning was Dave and I walked the hill. So we were sort of looking at the edges, where do you need to be in the road? So we were saying you're probably best wide here, make this into two apexes.
Yeah.
We sort of marked, see that there, that's where the apex is. As soon as you get out there, all goes out the window, you just like, just hustle it round.
So yours kind of misfired, did it, Dave?
So it is a tradition, an annual, what is becoming a tradition, that I bring a Triumph Twin that never gives any problems, and it starts misfiring here. There is a bit of a backstory with that, which we won't go into here, but basically I fixed the misfire on last year's bike and moved it to this year's bike, I think. Anyway, so I was riding the misfire, and it didn't misfire all. I rode it here, 90 miles. So it was mainly about riding the misfire. Also on the 68 Bonnie, the foot pegs are a bit lower, there's less ground clearance. So the line round the hairpin was dictated by the footrest rubber on the road, So it was fun, but I was just riding the misfire again.
And Dave's got a mate here that's riding a Trident.
Well, it's a Rocket 3 Hurricane hybrid, really.
Yeah.
But he does all the hills.
So you might have seen that now. If you ever go and look at his boots, they're all ground away because he said that his boots were grinding out on most of the bends.
But it's quite a technical course. It's a bit of off camber. There's some tight turns.
Nice.
But great fun, and that's what it's all about. It doesn't really matter about the misfire. I'm not going to set a track record, and no, it's not even time.
It's not even time. So
it's just fun.
That's not the point, is it?
So the only thing I'm doing for I did for the second run was I turned everything on. So I had traction control on. So the first run was everything turned off. Quick shifter was off. Traction control was off. And I had it in rider mode C, which is what they had equivalent of rain. So it's fly-by-wire, so it's now in A mode, which will sharpen everything up.
A for aggressive.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right.
C for calm.
Thanks, fellas.
Yep, cheers. Enjoying it.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll I might have a go next year.
Yeah.
See if I
You
can
all will. You all will.
destroy my Ducati. All right, thanks, fellas. He's not shy on the throttle. I was talking to that chap there. Yeah.
CNW one, yeah.
So what's a CMW one?
Colorado Norton work.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you just said. Yeah. So
I know that's right, Mike.
it's all right. I'm interviewing you.
Oh right, sorry.
So
I was
what-
trying to be less bullshit. Oh yes, Mike. It's Colorado Norton.
And what they were made in America, in Colorado. Would you believe it?
He's bright.
I am clever.
Yeah, no,
Clever
what
lad,
they did,
mate.
they just. It was,
Colorado means colour
they
red.
still do a load.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still build complete Nortons, but they got a number of mods, standard mods. They do belt drive, electric start. There's a few
Oh, that's electric
starts
start on it.
Yeah, there's a few different kits you can get now. There's 3 different kits.
Dave, I've seen your video. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Hiya.
All right.
I'm the proud owner.
Oh, you're the proud
number
owner?
101.
Oh, well,
Ah.
I bought this from a guy who is a special effects specialist
Oh,
in
right.
Hollywood.
in Hollywood, of course. Of course he is. Yeah.
Sorry, do you mind me filming
No,
you?
that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have seen it.
I should have asked you before.
Mike was just asking me about what CNW do and who they are, and I was just sort of using my fairly scant knowledge of them. I have got a CNW breather on my 850.
I've seen the spec of your bike.
Yeah,
on your,
yeah,
on your
yeah, and that's, to be
Yeah.
honest, that's why I bought it, because I thought it's a major job fitting one of those. You know, you can get sump breathers and all sorts, but back then, putting one on, you had to strip the whole engine. Don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, no, I've watched most of his content.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with. Well,
Swish Dave. Swish Dave.
Yeah, he's on
He
board.
fitted a CNW starter. Didn't
That's
he?
right, yeah.
Yeah. I was just explaining there's 3 starters on the market.
It's made in
Colorado.
CNW Colorado.
Yeah. I've just been working on an interstate yesterday.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And it worked fine. I said, stories about it.
So what are they, Dave? What carbs are these?
They're Cayenne FCRs. So they're
right.
flat slide, roller bearings on the slide.
Yes.
So they rattle a bit at low revs apparently, although I've never heard one.
Yeah.
But they really help the power.
So what sort of power does this one put out?
So bearing in mind that a standard 850 Commando is about 46 brake horsepower at the rear wheel.
Yeah.
CNW never went for real tuning. They
Yeah.
want to keep them reliable, but this will be in the mid 50s.
Wow.
You know, and just be dead reliable. I mean, you can see, you know, how beautifully made it is. Yeah. No, they would take a Commando and put a standard set of mods on them and just blueprint them and rebuild them. And as a customer, you've got to choose what colour you wanted. Did you want a Corbin saddle or a standard saddle?
They didn't import parts.
I mean, if you notice, it's got Brembo brakes on it, floating discs. So, you know, they would have a menu.
So when was this done? Was this
This
done?
is right through from probably through the 90s and into
Oh,
the
right.
90s.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they're still going. CNW is still going.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if they do turnkey bikes. Oh God, yeah. Because Commandos.
Thank you.
It's a measure of how usable Commando is in the modern world. That there's a company that's right doing mods now for them, you know, and that's.
With your son. When I'm cleaning windows.